The Seven Crows. Once upon a time, there was, far away, amid high mountains, a green valley. The valley was crossed by a clear stream, and a woodsman had built his stone house on its shore. The woodsman was married and had 7 sons and 1 daughter. "Bye, dear. Bye, kids." He often had to travel from home to work, and his wife had a hard time bringing up the children alone.
Oh, good Lord! What a nasty bunch!
Actually, the daughter did not cause her any trouble because she was kind, pretty, and helpful. But the boys were the cause of her problems because they were rude, disobedient, and quarrelsome. They had no respect for their mother, and she was very worried for them.
Boys, time for bed!
Beds are for old people, Mom.
When the husband returned from home tired after a week's hard work, the poor wife couldn't bring herself to tell him of his son's mischievous behavior because she didn't want to worry him further.
Oh, poor thing is so tired. I must not disturb him with such petty things.
So the woman kept her sorrow to herself, not realizing that by doing so, her sons would only get worse and worse. As a matter of fact, when their father was not home to punish them, the boys kept on taking advantage of the situation, which continued to get worse.
Boys, enough already! Brothers, please pay heed to Mama.
Shut up, stupid girl.
Their sister suffered most because she loved her brothers, even if they were wicked. But she loved her mother especially. Being the youngest, however, none of the brothers paid any attention to her reprimands. One day, the 7 boys got into the biggest trouble yet. In the woods grew a dangerous grass, which causes the animals' stomachs to swell. The woodsman had always told his sons to make sure that their goats never ate any. The cruel boys filled a bag with the grass and then mixed it in with the animals' food.
I'm dying to see how our goats swell up.
And they, instead of bleeding, will bloat. Later on, the goats and the cow fell ill. Their bellies swelled and ached, and they could not stand up.
Oh, Mama, look! Animals are so sick! Oh, what has happened to the poor beings? We won't have any more milk. We won't be able to make any cheese. How will we survive then?
Look how stupid these animals are looking.
The sons laughed maliciously and did not realize the evil they had done until the woman, at the height of her desperation, cried,
I wish you were crows rather than sons of mine.
When she spoke these words, a mysterious cloud overshadowed the sun. It was suddenly very chilly. And the boys turned into 7 big crows that flew away croaking.
Brothers! Oh, no! Oh, good Lord! What have I done?
The woman was so frightened and felt such great regret that she fainted.
Oh, Mother! What do I do now?
When the father came back from work the day after, he found out the truth and was very upset. Nevertheless, he tried to comfort his wife. "Oh dear, it's not your fault. Our sons were nasty, and you were bound to lose your cool." But the house was filled with sadness and despair. A long time passed, and the little girl grew older. She still remembered her brothers and rarely smiled. One day, she asked her mother's permission to go and look for them.
No way, dear. I cannot lose you too. I will find them. I feel it. I feel I have to go and that they are expecting me. Let me go, Mother, and give me your blessing, please. Okay, dear.
The mother could not resist her daughter's pleas, and the little girl left home with a little bundle of provisions. She walked for 2 days through the woods, climbing towards the mountains.
Oh, brothers! Where are you guys?
Her provisions were getting over. Pretty soon she had no more food. Her clothes were torn, and she was cold and tired. The third day, at dawn, she saw a strange little cottage in the mist.
Who must live here?
Something attracted her to the house, even though it had a gloomy and uninviting appearance. When she was inside the house, she found a little table with 7 bowls on it, and her heart beat very fast. Maybe she had found what she was looking for.
Can it be? Oh, is it my brothers?
She went ahead and saw. There was a large pot full of wheat and oats on the fire.
Oh, food! I'm starving.
The little girl was very hungry, and so she poured a bit of food in a bowl and ate it avidly. Then she went upstairs and found a little bedroom with 7 little beds, each one with a different colored blanket.
Blankets of their favorite colors.
With tears in her eyes, the little girl realized she had finally found her brothers. Exhausted by the trip and the commotion, the little girl lay down on a bed and fell asleep.
I must wait for them here.
Later on, 7 chattering crows pushed open the front door and sat around the kitchen table.
Someone has eaten some of our soup. But who would ever come up here?
We're condemned to be alone on these mountains forever. Nobody will ever come to look for us. When they finished eating, the crows pulled on their sleeping caps, went upstairs, and found the little girl in one of their beds. But this is... one of the crows said after delicately touching her braid with his beak.
That's right! This is our sister! Our sister!
Our sister!
Our sister!
At that moment, the little girl opened her eyes, and when she saw herself surrounded by the big and ugly birds, she was frightened. But out of one ugly beak spoke a kind voice.
Are you our sister?
Are you our sister? Are you our sister?
Are you our sister?
The little girl got up and opened her arms.
My brothers! I found you! I found you! We're together again at last!
The 7 crows looked at her sadly.
Don't we frighten and disgust you?
The girl hugged every one of them.
I love you very much. And even if you've turned into crows, you're still my brothers.
When they heard this, the crows were moved and began to cry.
Don't cry, please. We miss home, family. Why don't you come back home with me?
We would like very much to come back.
We would like very much to come back.
We would like very much to come back.
And we regret our evil ways. But how can we show ourselves to our parents like this?
Mother would accept you all the same. I am sure of it. She keeps crying and thinking of you.
In spite of what we did?
Yes, that's being mother. She has yet not forgiven herself for the curse, brothers. Come back, and she will be most happy to see you all.
The little girl insisted and convinced her brothers to come home with her.
Okay, then we shall all go home.
Yay! Hurrah! Come on, let's go!
And she began to walk down the mountain.
There's no need to walk back up and down the mountain, sister. We will fly there and carry you.
As they were about to leave, the youngest brother said,
Wait a minute. Let's bring Mother all the sparkling stones we found as a present.
He goes in and brings back bags full of beautiful stones.
Wow, they are really beautiful. Do you like them? Very much.
They might be precious, you know. When we crows see something sparkle, we cannot help ourselves and take it and see this one sparkles more than the rest. Maybe it's a diamond.
Yes, maybe. It's beautiful, brother.
They finally left. The world was very different from above. At first, the little girl was scared.
Oh, I will fall, brothers.
Don't worry, little sister. We won't let you fall. Don't worry, little sister. We won't let you fall.
The 7 crows held her firmly and flew safely. When they saw the valley, the stream, and the little house where they were born, the courtyard was deserted, and when they landed, the little girl said,
You wait here, and I'll go and call Mother. Let's surprise her.
She silently went into the kitchen and saw the poor woman leaning on the table and weeping. She hugged her and kissed her, saying,
Mother, I'm back, and I have a big surprise for you. Oh, my dear, dear daughter, you're here at last. I thought I'd lost you forever.
The poor woman was so happy and moved that she didn't know whether to laugh or cry. The girl wiped her tears and brought the mother to the courtyard. In the courtyard, she found the crows.
My poor sons, I missed you so much. I am so sorry to have uttered that curse. A mother should never say such things against her children.
No, Mother. We deserved it. We regret all we have done. We very much regret our wickedness.
Oh, my family is together again.
They were all crying over the past when, suddenly, another miracle occurred. The 7 brothers became boys again.
Oh, dear Lord! Brothers, you are back to your old selves.
The father, who had heard voices, ran out of the house. Thank God, I can see my children again. Father, we are so sorry.
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 He cried as he hugged his sons and his daughter. The years passed, and the boys became more and more responsible. The stones the crows had brought to their mother turned out to be precious after all, and the treasure allowed the family to live a better life.